Welcome to the worst talk show.
How does it sound, Angie?
It sounds pretty good. We're using a podcast mic. This is like the inaugural voyage. Is that right?
Sure.
That's not the word
it's the maiden
really
voyage.
want. The maiden voyage. There
Right.
you go. Fred Clack is here. What's up, Freddie? Didn't you just enjoy a birthday? I believe you did, because December 5th. Why do I know Freddie's birthday so well? Because Freddie and his twin brother, Bobby, I went all through school with, and they were like celebrities because they were the only twins that we went to school with. So I know that their birthdays are December 5th.
Sadly, life was downhill from there.
Nobody has commented yet on Facebook, but I do know that there are a couple
Are we
people
on?
here.
There are two people
We
watching.
are, so I hope people chime in, and I hope you can hear us. People that are watching on Facebook, please let us know.
If you can't hear us, raise your hand.
If you could let us know, that would be great. I don't know if... there we go. Facebook comment, Smitty, can you hear us okay? Testing?
How do we
1,
sound,
2, 3.
Smitty? How do we sound?
We're trying to, bump up our audio game ever since we had TJ Connolly on last season, who is rigged for sound in every single part of his life.
Literally.
We felt a little jealous and a little inadequate microphone-wise.
Microphone-wise, sure.
Michael Maloney is here. Smitty,
That
of course,
ain't no
is
baloney.
here. Sean O'Brien. Oh, it sounds fine. Sean says it sounds fine, then it sounds fine, and we're good
But
to go.
does it sound better than it usually does, Sean? Hi, Denny.
Denny White is here as well. I'm going to shut this off. Take this out of my ear because I think we're good and at a good
What are you,
volume.
like 80 years old? I'm going to shut this off.
Yes, the new hub.
Kevin Tachi is watching.
Executive producer Kevin Tachi got us a new hub for the iPad Pro.
Hubba.
It is fabulous. Thank you, Kevin. Christmas came early.
Very clear, very clear.
At the Worst Talk Show Studios.
Bob Tarasi. He's not bossy.
We'll tell your followers that you started a live video. That would be great, Instagram. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. All two of my followers.
We have so many things to talk about, but we're going to get to a few family pride moments that literally happened this week. One that happened today.
What happened today?
And then we'll talk about the City Winery show and all the awesome people we got to hug. Oh, so many hugs. So many hugs.
Well,
not to mention the show was a huge success, and we're very happy.
Vicky Salapande was there.
And
is here now.
Dave has some proud papa.
Now wait, let's start chronologically with the newest news.
The newest news?
The newest news is that
Kendall got her first college acceptance email today. Oh my god! I'm not allowed to tell you where.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, you cannot post it on socials.
Okay, we're not going to post it.
You can't tell anybody.
And I won't tell anybody anything.
No, you can't. I made a promise, and I'm going to keep it. If you want to know, I will message you. You can't say anything.
I can.
No, you can't. I promised her. And it's
We're not saying it.
It's an issue with college stuff because they do check socials, so I've made a promise. I'm not going to tell you.
I can't not say it.
No, you can't say it right now.
No, I'm going to say
when we have more acceptances, then you can say your little fun fact. Basically,
wow.
Kendall came bombing down the stairs like I thought she was sick or ill or somebody died. And, she screamed the news. We were so excited. And the first thing out of Dave's mouth is that a particular character on a particular show went to this college and how excited he was. Because of that.
Bull. It's so bull.
And then
it's so lame.
But that's when I realized that you are my boyfriend, because only you and I would come up with those trivia fun facts.
You just took all the piss out of it. I'm not
sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can't spill the tea.
You made that up.
I will say that the university is on the East Coast, not on the West Coast, because she has been applying to a lot of West Coast. But we're very excited, and we're super proud, and hopefully it's the first of many. It's not Harvard or Yale.
See, now you're saying school names.
Because she's not going to those schools, so I can say that. I don't want to betray her trust, I promise.
Yeah, you're being a dink.
No. I'm just being a good mom.
No, because what I was going to do was, I was going to say it, and it was trivia. Only a very, very select few nerdy people would get it. If anyone would get it.
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
No, you took the piss out of it.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Sam Avola's here on the Insta feed. Oh, Corin, what's up? It's nice to see Corin on the Facebook feed. So Dave has some very exciting news as well.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to tell people, but I promised Colin that I wouldn't say where he is.
Well, it is the military and all that. You don't.
Oh, no, I didn't say that he's in the military. No, you just gave it away. Dink.
Dave, get over
Wicked
it.
dink.
Get over it.
I had an awesome trivia thing.
So Colin,
he landed safely in Germany. He is in the heart of Bavaria, Vilseck, Germany, with the 2nd Cav.
Army. He's in the Army.
Yep. And
yeah, he's in Germany. No Christmas
it's
for
funny.
him.
It's the American.
Here.
It's the United States Army stationed in Germany, and their motto is in French: "Toujours prêt, toujours paré," which means always ready.
All right.
It pretty much means semper paratus if you're thinking Latin.
I'm sad that he's not going to be here for Christmas, but where better to be than where half of the Christmas traditions we celebrate were invented in Germany.
St. Nicholas is from Bavaria, more than likely.
Well, the Germans were the first ones really to have the
pretzels.
Christmas tree.
Pretzels.
Do the whole, and the Advent calendar, also German.
Right.
So, many things.
Yep. Oberammergau.
Hey, Chris Colby on Insta. Glad to have you here.
So, yeah,
we got some proud parental moments this week.
The funny thing was, he called me, of course, either not knowing or realizing or not caring that they're 6 hours ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, no.
That he called at 4 in the morning the other morning.
Yeah.
Very excited about the fact that he got the job that he wanted.
Yes.
Right off the bat, where it's normally like a non-commissioned officer's job.
Yeah.
So he's got that going for him.
Jim Paracati is here. Auntie Bonnie is here as well. People are messaging me. I'm live on Facebook. I will not answer your messages right now. We'll do that later.
I got a doll that says it's your dad.
I felt so bad. My dad was like, "Oh, I want to stop by." First of all, Kendall's not here. She's at rehearsal because she's drama girl, theater girl.
So what did the drummer name his twin daughters?
Oh, we're doing drummer jokes, are we?
And a 1, and a 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you get the drummer off your front porch?
Paying for the pizza.
There you go. So lots to get to tonight. We have to talk about last weekend. City Winery Boston, an evening with Josh Cantor. It was hilarious.
I tried to put it out of my head.
Dave was, I wouldn't say he was hoodwinked or hornswoggled, but he was written into a sketch where he had to learn a tune by Clay Aiken.
I didn't realize there were tunes by Clay Aiken.
And, of course, what was it referred to? It was billed as the Hanukkah Christmas masterpiece.
It was the most well-loved Hanukkah Christmas song.
Which, of course, is...
All I Need Is a Miracle by Mike and the Mechanics.
Right? I mean, when you think Hanukkah and Christmas together, you think Mike and the Mechanics.
Guys, I hadn't heard the Clay Aiken song ever.
Yeah.
Until 2 days before the show.
Well, that's Stacey Lyne's fault.
And I rehearsed it once the night of the show. So that's why it was the way it was at the show. But
Josh was definitely the mastermind, Josh and Stacey. And Stacey has this reoccurring character called Hallie St. James. Is that correct?
St. Clair, yeah.
St. Clair. Hallie St. Clair. Sorry about that.
Even her name's annoying.
And she's basically the most annoying person in the world. The character, not Stacey. Stacey, the person, is lovely.
Yeah.
So there was
I don't like her anymore now.
This whole skit where she wanted to come on and sing her favorite Christmas songs, which really weren't our favorite Christmas songs.
Or anybody else's, really.
But I thought you did a great job. And you know who else thought you did a great job?
No.
Tanya freaking Donnelly. Tanya Donnelly showed up.
She says that.
She came and she guest sang on different drum, and Mike Nesmith was gracious enough to pass away on the same day that Tanya was already planning on singing a song that he wrote for the Stone Ponies. So there you go. That was nice. But really, we have so many people to thank. Of course, first and foremost, Josh and Mary.
Right.
Reverend Producer Mary, who is also Josh Cantor's lovely wife.
And Wrangler.
And wrangler, like the best wrangler. A wrangler of set design and a wrangler of the talent.
She's a gaffer. She
did it all. Things. Yeah, she did it all. Eugene Merman
was funny.
So funny. First of all, when is Eugene Merman?
Yeah, but he just did it. It was like off the cuff.
Yeah, so it looked and sounded like we were having Sam Kennedy on, who's the president of the Red Sox organization. And as we introduced him to come out, Eugene Merman came out and sat in the chair and pretended to be Sam and answered a bunch of questions, and it was hysterical.
Oh man, baseball questions, guys, like in-depth baseball questions. It was fun.
And Eugene knows not a lot about that stuff, so he talked
I think jumping jacks was one of the answers for training.
Yeah, jumping jacks.
He was
very important.
But Sam Kennedy did come out. He was actually
so amazing. He was
actually really, really good.
Really funny, and
of course Tanya
told some really touching stories as well. And then, of course, Jenny Owen Youngs was the secret surprise guest other than Tanya Donnelly, and she's awesome. And
she was very nice.
She did a cover of Wheatus.
Teenage
Dirtbag, which, if anybody remembers the 90s and FNX, man, did we play that song an awful lot. So that, brought down the house.
The videos.
Oh, yes. So it was my original idea to have some people that maybe couldn't make it to the show do some videos for Josh as a surprise.
Okay, so you've taken credit for it now.
Well,
Can
it was
we
my
talk about
idea,
the videos?
But that's it. Go right ahead.
It was my idea to have dinner that night. Okay, so hilarious videos. Bye.
Oh, okay.
Tom Caron had a good one.
Yeah, Tom Caron had
the voice of the Red Sox.
Southern Culture on the Skids, fabulous.
Surviving Grady.
Red from
was hilarious.
Surviving Grady
with the puppet
baseball podcast, hilarious. Ken Reed, also very funny,
and Will.
Will Daly brought the house down because
Will Daly was hilarious.
He ended up talking about Josh being a Machiavellian, genius behind the scenes, and that you may think he just plays the organ at Fenway, but really he's making all the shots.
He was like this. He says, "See how his fingers are moving? Because he's the puppet master. He practices." It was fun. It was fun.
Very funny. And I hope Will sent a copy of that to Sam Kennedy, because Sam left before that played, and I know he would have absolutely appreciated that.
And I think that Nikki T just got a drink just now.
So Nikki T, who you all know and love, and of course we love dearly, is one of our biggest supporters in real life and on this show.
Frank Holder is here.
What? Frank Holder!
The power behind the humor mill.
That's right. Frank
Holder.
We're not worthy.
Who once told me, "Hey, you're pretty funny. You should write this shit down."
And what did I say? Don't encourage him. Frank.
And here we are.
And now we just hosted a show. Nikki T got a ticket literally in the front row center.
Like she was crushed up against the stage.
Now, Vicky Salapandi was in the front row as well, but she was a little bit off to the side, so not as obvious. Nikki was right here, and she was tweeting and texting during the show, because when you sit up that close, and I only know this because I was there.
Can I please get a drink?
Yeah.
Can I please get a drink?
Just a word to the wise. City Winery Boston is
Nikki
absolutely
is on
lovely.
Right now.
We love everything
you.
about it. It's so great that you can actually get dinner and drinks before the show and still get more stuff brought to the table. But if you're in the front row, you may not be as attended as others, because they don't want to deal with the front and deal with the talent. You know what I mean?
Being in the spotlight, on the edge of the spotlight.
So, and Nikki gave us full permission to make fun of her because she's not here tonight. She's at her holiday Christmas party. At the Yard House, kid. At the Yard House. James, thank you for coming. Dennis was there.
Many hugs.
Sean O'Brien, I gave him the longest, most awesomest hug. It had been a year and a half in the making. I was so happy. Vicky says
some rando guy at her table accidentally ate her burger that night.
Oh my God!
I think that's assault in some states.
Vicky, you should have told us that, because we would have taken that dude to task.
Oh, yeah,
you should have
definitely.
Texted me on the sly, and I could have been like, "Excuse me, sir, if we could just have a moment of your time. Did you eat Vicky's burger?"
Burger thief, like the Hamburglar. He was heard to say, "Robble, robble."
Now, Nikki said she wasn't going to join us tonight, but she just showed up on the gram. I can see her watching me.
Yeah.
We love you, Nikki. Love, love, love. What else do we have to say about the show? It was so much fun.
Listen,
We hope
thanks
to
for
get
coming
to
out.
do it again. Thank you so much for everybody who came. And thank you to everybody who couldn't make it but made videos. Josh ended up actually getting to play with Wes, a.k.a. the artist formerly known as John Wesley Harding, from the FNX days.
All I would say is,
and Ted Leo.
if we do another live show again,
Yes.
I think we should do it with somebody who plays like saxophone or something.
You want to do like a premarital sax?
I say like
thing?
no drummers, no accordion players, and definitely no whatever that hellish thing that he was playing.
Well,
it was expensive, and
Yeah.
then we were afraid to break it on him.
Yeah, Dave
but
was...
the organ was really big, and when we did the pack out or whatever they call it,
It's called Loadout, honey.
loadout.
Let's get it right.
Well, I should have known.
Dave
that
was
one.
a co-host and a roadie, which is pretty great.
Yeah.
But also, like, I think you really helped maneuver that organ on and off the stage.
Thanks to James Melanson for eating his own burger.
Yes, we're very
We
happy
appreciate that, and so does everyone around you.
You ate your own burger. That's good. So, everybody at City Winery, from top to bottom,
Yeah.
were lovely.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fabulous venue. Definitely go
Yvonne
if you
and
haven't
John
been yet.
behind the scenes.
And, of course, Jackie and Angel, much love. And, of course, the star of the show, Mary.
The most exciting thing about that night for me was the parking spot we got, which was
it is pretty cool.
inside
Yeah.
the gates.
When you are
It was a
performing,
gated parking spot.
you get to park in
I was
this
like,
little
"Oh my
gated
God!"
area in the back. And it's funny, Will Daly had actually sort of bragged about it the week prior when I was at the Zoom Mix show. He's like, well, I get to park in the back. And I was like, that's nice. I have Dave circling, so I don't know.
Oh, they were super, super nice. They really were. Yvonne is the jam.
Yep, Yvonne, John, everybody. They were all great, and we definitely urge you to hang out at City Winery Boston. They're also very vigilant about vaccination cards and wearing a mask, unless you're eating or drinking.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like I was in Stalag 17 or anything.
No,
It
not
wasn't
at
like,
all. And listen, things are ramping up again. We can't be too careful. So it's nice when you feel like you're in a good, solid place, and they're doing everything they can be doing. So
Sean,
thank you to
I did say
everybody.
organ, by the way.
Thank you to everybody who came and everybody who supported us, and we could not have had more fun. It was great. It was awesome. And extra special love to Tanya for being such a good sport. I made her sing my part. See, that's the Machiavellian thing about Josh Cantor is he'll literally write a part for you in a show that you have no previous knowledge of, and he was like, oh, so you're going to be singing this line, and I was like, I'm going to what? I don't sing anymore, really. In front of other people, so thanks.
I think your public singing went out with your public drinking.
It's possible. Yeah, those
No
two
drinking,
things
no
do
singing.
seem to line up a little bit. But anyway, I made Tanya come up and sing. So as far as ringers go, Tanya Donnelly, the best ringer. What are you pointing to?
Frank says we need to do a review show. Like a musical review?
Yes. No, like a review of our show. And maybe we could have Josh and Mary host. So the next time it'll be an Evening with the Worst talk show hosted by the Seventh Inning Stretch.
Right.
Oh, I like that idea. Except
we do it from the living room?
I don't think Mary can bring our entire living room like she did theirs.
Oh, she'd try, though.
She definitely would try. So hopefully we'll do more of that stuff. Let's get to the actual nuts and bolts of our show. Let's talk about what to watch.
All right, what have we been watching?
Well, we've been watching Hawkeye.
And you know what?
It's getting better.
There's one available tonight that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah,
so we're excited about that.
There's a huge reveal in last week's episode at the very end, which we were very excited about, especially if you saw the last... Is it the last official Marvel release? No, Shang-Chi probably was, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure chronologically how it is.
Somebody in the movie Black Widow shows up at the end of Hawkeye.
That is pretty great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, don't say anything about...
And they're tying
the
in
episode,
some
Mike, if you don't
other
mind.
Marvel stuff as well.
Yeah,
so,
they tie it up nice and tight. And they also love to cross-pollinate with Star Wars.
Yep.
and stuff like that.
Speaking of cross-pollination, we rented a movie last night, which we really haven't done that in a long time.
Well, it's not exactly a value in a lot of cases.
No, and when they have things available, it's like, you can rent it for $20, and it's like, get bent. I'm not renting anything for $20.
Okay, so Frank is saying that Spider-Man was bananas too.
Oh.
So we haven't watched
No, it's
Spider-Man
not. Well, it's not out yet, but Frank obviously got into one of the screenings.
That's how we know Frank.
Which is how we met Frank.
From going to previews.
We literally met Frank in line at, I think it was a Marvel movie.
Probably.
Oh, it was at Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yep. I think that's where we met him.
So yeah, we haven't seen it yet, Frank. We're not in the know yet.
But Frank says we're going to love it, so we're very excited about it.
I think there's a good chance.
We rented Free Guy.
Ryan Reynolds.
Who Dave has a man crush on.
Listen,
I think every guy has a man crush on Ryan Reynolds.
He's funny. He's in good shape. He's Canadian. He's Canadian. He seems very clean.
Oh, because that's important in a man crush?
Oh, it's important.
Cleanliness?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, that movie was delightful. It's all about a character who's in a video game and whatever. We're not going to explain the whole thing. We don't have the time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, look at the time.
NPC.
It's 7:51.
Okay.
So we don't have time to explain the whole thing.
Okay, look it. I did a lot of work on this. Okay,
yes,
I'll have you know.
Go ahead.
Okay,
take it away.
Jodie Comer from Killing Eve is one of the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Keery. It's not Kerry. I spelled it wrong. From Stranger Things, the hairdo,
the hunky
Steve,
boyfriend, yeah,
he's in it, and the Lil Rel Howery is in it. Okay,
isn't it Lil Ray?
Lil Rel.
I think his name's Lil Ray.
No, I think it's Lil Rel. Look it up.
I think it's Ray.
Look it up.
We can totally have a fight about it later.
Okay.
Hi, Joan.
Anyway, he's from Vacation Friends, which was a hilarious movie that we loved, and the ubiquitous Taika Waititi as Antoine, the villain.
I have to tell you, I think the movie doesn't really totally get cooking until Taika Waititi shows up.
Listen, I have a man crush on Taika Waititi.
You're right.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you, Frank. This whole time I thought it was Lil Ray. It's Lil Rel. What else have we been watching? Well, Dave started watching the live-action version of Cowboy Bebop, and I humored him with about 20 minutes.
You don't have to humor me. Either you like it or you don't. I love when the Japanese take American culture and smash things together that make no sense, like Cowboy and Bebop. They don't make any sense. But together, it's that flavor. That the song alone, the theme song Tank, will get me watching that anyway.
All right.
It's like if you like
all the actors.
If you like the animated series, which came out in 1993 with a 60s flavor, you'll dig this. It's not bad.
One thing we urge you to not watch and waste your time on.
Please don't watch this.
Invasion.
What a piece of crap.
Really bad.
And
bad.
And it was like I felt like that gambler that was just like, this is going to be it. I'm just going to put just a little bit more money, and I'm going to hit it some point.
Yeah, we just kept pumping the slot machine, and it kept giving us nothing.
Oh, it was terrible. And the nerve they have to put Sam Neill on the advertisements at all.
I think that they put Sam Neill in it because they needed something to get people to actually start watching it, and I think it was an after-the-fact
or
add-on.
Sam Neill's nephew
after they had done
it or something.
It's terrible.
It was terrible.
I can't get over how bad it was. Apple TV Plus, usually their stuff is pretty decent. This, we kept waiting for it to get better.
And it never
awful.
did.
So, please.
And they wrapped it up at the end.
Yeah, it's terrible. Skip it.
It was like,
Skip it. Moving on, there's a Ted Lasso stop-motion animated Christmas show.
Now, wait, before we get to that, Season 6 of The Expanse is out. I love The Expanse.
We know you love The Expanse.
A lot of you people out there feel like I feel about it. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
She's not a big fan of it, but
Well, you
honey,
cheated.
I'm into science fiction. I don't know if you are.
We started watching it, and then you went and cheated and watched the whole season without me, and so then I never went back.
Well,
so
I mean,
I don't know that I wouldn't enjoy it at some point, but now I'm mad at you.
Even the geriatric president of Earth, I find strangely attractive. I mean, she's...
Well, geriatric and strangely attractive should always go together.
She's from Iran initially. I can never remember her name. She was in House of Sand and Fog.
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Right.
She's a lovely-looking woman.
Yeah.
And a
Who
great
smoked
actress.
every cigarette in the world.
Yeah, well, probably.
To make her voice sound like that.
Book of Boba Fett coming out December 29th. We're very excited.
But there is a stop-motion animation short of Ted Lasso for Christmas.
We just covered that.
No, we didn't. I interrupted you. And now we're wasting time.
Are you done interrupting me?
Not yet.
The new trailer for the latest Fantastic Beasts movie came out, and I'm very excited. You know, I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd. We do have to talk about a couple things to listen to.
Real quick.
One of them is that after 50 years, George Harrison's song "My Sweet Lord" finally got an official video.
As an atheist,
today.
I love this song.
You know what? I used to not like this song because he talked about the Hare Krishnas in it, and I was like, not my jam. But it's such a beautiful song. And George Harrison, and now I have a way bigger appreciation for George Harrison after the Beatles documentary than I ever did before. I know it's all this weird marketing ploy to get us to get back on the Beatles, and it's working, and I'm totally fine with it.
I'm like, who is this group called? The Beatles?
But the video for My Sweet Lord, Fred Armisen is all over it. Mark Hamill is in it.
Did you say Ringo Starr's with
Ringo
Joe Walsh
and Joe Walsh are in it. You know,
their
their
brothers-in-law.
And definitely check it out. Google it. John Hamm is in it. Weird Al. You already said Weird Al Yankovic. It's very sweet and charming and lovely, and it's produced by Danny Harrison and
the son of
George's widow as well. Scott Sangiacomo is here.
Hello, sir.
Hello, right under the wire. We've only got 4 minutes left, but that's totally fine.
Can I just say that I can barely get Elton John's Step Into Christmas out of my brain now?
Step Into Christmas.
Oh, my God.
Poor Dave. I had
to sing it on 2 days' notice, and it's a more it came out in the 70s. You've heard it all over, you know, whatever station is playing.
Yeah, but it wasn't like a huge Christmas holiday hit.
It was still a good one, though, definitely. You've heard it. You know? Yeah, I just never knew what it said. You know?
Oh, yeah. Well, all I know is Step Into Christmas.
But
that's it.
You know, I had to sing a few lines of it, and thankfully, it has driven that Celine Dion written piece of crap Clay Aiken song out of my brain.
The Clay Aiken thing was out of bounds.
I'm sorry.
I will say this. So, as you guys know from watching the show, that Dave has a lovely singing voice, and he's a belter. And when he gets in the pocket, gets in the zone, I swoon hard. But he also has some anxiety about performing in front of other people. And when he sang at my 50th, it was a little dicey there
painful.
for a minute.
They were like professionals, you know?
However, you have made such great strides, like leaps and bounds better.
Oh, yeah, I would have curled up in a corner, I think.
And I'm just so proud of you.
2 days before, I find out what I'm going to sing, and I sing it in front of, upwards of like 150 people? Mm-hmm. We're not bragging.
I think we did sell about 150 tickets.
About 150.
Joni says she can't wait for the new season of Cobra Kai. I can't either. Very excited about that.
Are we going to talk about food at all?
You've got 2 minutes and go.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank everyone who's been very supportive of me and my battle with carbohydrate addiction. I am eating everything. What did I have? I actually opened a frosting tub the other day.
This is when I knew we needed a carb intervention.
And I used...
an intervention involving carbs.
What I did was, I took what was left in the bottom of a bag of Cookie Crisp cereal. Now,
the Cookie Crisp cereal was left over from the cookie pie and Thanksgiving, so it's been sitting in that bag for a month.
I learned it from watching you. You ate a couple of bowls of Cookie Crisp cereal, but we're not going to get into that because I'm not judging.
Did you just throw me under the bus?
I'm not judging. So I actually took vanilla frosting.
I had a bowl of Cookie Crisp cereal,
for a week.
And then I added some to a yogurt.
So I would take the frosting and... just like my old pappy used to do with the peanut butter and the crackers, take some frosting and then stick a little cookie crisp thing to both sides and pull it off like it was a little sandwich.
As a former food addict, I will say the second you open the fridge and you see that there's an open can of frosting in there and there was no decorating going on, you know you're in trouble.
I was decorating my innards.
That can of frosting, which is there because Kendall was going to make birthday cupcakes like 2 months ago, has been in the pantry for months. But Dave has been eating sweet. Everything not nailed down.
I was looking around, and I might have just finished off the Nestle's morsels.
And
maybe.
In the morning, I open the fridge and I see it, and then I said to Kendall, Did you put the frosting? Did you do so? She's like, no, that wasn't me. And I'm like, oh my God! Frosting. That's when you know. It's like DEFCON 3, DEFCON 2. When you get to an open can of frosting in the fridge.
It's whipped vanilla, James. James Melanson wants to know. Whipped vanilla.
So Chips Ahoy cereal is not the same as Cookie Crisp. No, it definitely isn't. Denny says he's been to Bob's Italian in Bedford 3 times this week.
Oh, my
I get it.
Lord.
Like the holidays, you want to just eat and eat your feelings and stuff. And yeah, the Bob's is great.
Yeah. And I want to finish up with a little admission from today.
Okay, go ahead. Are we doing more like carbohydrate confessions?
I ate a burrito at Chipotle that was as big as my head.
When did you have time to do that? Oh, I know. So I know that Dave's in trouble when he waits for me to go upstairs to do something else, and I can hear him like run into the kitchen and start making food that I don't see.
Those are the elves. That's not me.
The sneeting, which is the sneaky eating that Dave does, is
I'm a sneeder.
Out of control right now.
I'm a sneeder.
Yeah.
My favorite pig out food right now is pot stickers.
Yeah.
Like, it's my favorite meal to make, so I make Trader Joe's pot stickers.
Because you make them very well.
I'm good at it, right?
You are good at it.
And then I've also been making kai kaprao the last couple weeks, because I had it at the Thai restaurant. Now it's all about spicy grated chicken, basil, Thai flavored chicken. So the pot stickers go with that.
It's ground chicken, by the way, not grated chicken.
I'm sorry. I think it's pretty great.
Okay.
You call it what you want.
Fair enough.
And, yeah. So as I'm making 2 packages of pot stickers, usually a package survives, like, during the cooking process.
Yeah.
I keep dropping them on the floor.
So, are we going to have some sort of, are we making like a New Year's resolution now that you're going to stop carb loading at some point
As
soon?
of January 1st?
Okay. No, January 2nd, because New Year's Day,
Oh, that's true.
You do like to have the
So
snackies.
January 7th, I should stop.
No, I really think January 2nd should be your day, if not sooner. Also, we have a new treadmill.
You heard it here.
Dave.
You heard it here, guys. January 4th, I'm going to stop.
Thank you guys so much. Once again, I'm DJ NGC. That's Handsome Boyfriend Dave. This is The Worst Talk Show.
Hungry Boyfriend Dave.
Tip jar, Venmo, at DJ NGC. If you can afford it, that would be awesome. If you can't, we love you. It doesn't matter.
Thanks for showing up, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks for coming out.
Supporting us.
And we will see you next week. And thanks for letting us test out the new microphone. Hopefully we can do that again. And thanks everybody on Instagram as well as Facebook. We love you. And we're going to say goodbye.